Could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
This tier holds most of the first C swords, which are not mainly used for PvP or grinding, but we do use few swords from first C. Example, saber. Don't comment saying why. Is katana / cutlass D tier? It should be yes. Well, it is what it is. Don't need to explain much about these swords. Just stop using it if you were using it all this while. It's really bad, and I don't recommend using it. Let's go to the next C tier. These swords are a little bit better than the D tier. It has way high damage and maybe you could do combos with it. All these swords has decent damage. Thus, I couldn't add them in the D tier as well. The B tier swords has less damage compared to higher tiers, plus it has zero potential for combos and it just can't do combos very well. The Jitte is known only for support, because of the helpful teleport skill it has, but you can do no combos with Jitte sword. Saddi and Wando both have similar skills, but damages to lessen combos don't go very well with these swords. Twin is slightly better than all of the swords in this tier. Still, in my opinion, I kept it at B tier, because it couldn't be as good as other ones. These swords have really good combo potential, and most of them has one-shot combos. I definitely recommend using them for 1v1s. You must be thinking, if they are so good, why are they S tier then? Well, the answer is, because it's can dodgeable and low on damage. Compared to the higher tiers, their damage is lower and most of the skills can be dodged by Kenhaki. Another downside of these swords, some swords are its hitbox and cooldown. Some of the swords like Koko, Dark Dagger have really small hitbox and need to be very focused on the combo while using them. On top of their small hitbox, they are can dodgeable as well. Swords like True Triple Katana, Midnight Blade and Hallow Scythe have huge hitbox, but the big hitbox skill damage are so low. To make a proper one-shot combo you need good support items, high damage items, decent cooldown, if missed can do again, etc. These swords are very underrated in PvP. If used properly they are very broken in 1v1. Since you can find many one-shot combos on these swords on YouTube, I will keep upload one-shot combo on these swords in YouTube shorts, so please subscribe. We all know how good Soul Cane is in PvP. It just can go in every PvP build in Blox Fruits. It's like a multi. I think that's all for the A tier. Let's go to the S tier now. Don't worry guys, there is one more tier after this. This tier is basically holds the best swords in game. Let me explain each of the swords in this tier. Firstly, Rengoku. It is a S tier sword, because of its burn damage. If you use the burn first, the user cannot use Ken and you immediately continue with the combo. On top of that, Rengoku isn't really good for farming since its X skill is only single target. But for PvP you should definitely use it. It has god combos and outer damage. Players' HP will just drain so fast. Rengoku is also one of the quick balanced sword in game. Sometimes the skills can be dodged by Ken, but it mostly won't. You should use Ice Awakened with Rengoku, which is quite broken. The cooldown is low and damage is very high. That's why in my opinion it deserves to be a S tier. Next is Saber, the first C sword, and one of the best swords in game. Because of its deadly damage and combos it has, using the Z and X skill together will make the user already half HP. Continuing with the other skills, the person will already be dead. If the sword is used perfectly and combos are landed well, it will be broken in getting bounty and you will be able to get 500k per day if you hunt that much for it. Saber is also the #1 best sword for grinding, because the damage it does is alert and NPC health will drain so fast. It is also has good combo potential. Canvander sword doesn't do high damage as Saber slash Rengoku, then why is it at S tier? It's because how good combos you can make with Canvander is really broken. You should try it for real. The damage is not that bad, but it's slightly less than Saber and Rengoku. You should use this sword for bounty hunting. Spiky Trident is perfect in my opinion for combos, since pulling the players are very helpful in combos. Sword is in S tier. It is really good in 1v1 and not recommended for farming. You can do really perfect combos with this sword. Spiky Trident has great damage as well and great combo potential. If you miss the pull skill you can go near the player using this sword with small hitbox fruits for combo like love, poor, etc. Give great support. This sword does require skills to use, and if you're new to PvP, I do not recommend using. Get a bit better in PvP and this sword is perfect. Now, next tier is the Gods tier. If you are already a bounty hunter you should already know how broken this sword is in Blox Fruits right now. Electric Claw plus Tushita is broken as heck. Tushita breaks Ken. Insane damage. Scary damage. I'm not capping. Huge hitbox. If a sword has all of this, what else does it need to be good? To be honest, if you just spam with this sword you will win. Where? I do not recommend to spam with this sword. Just learn combos and use them. It's way better than spamming. Tushita is a #1 sword for PvP, in my opinion. With the best combos, even a 2.5 meters can clap a 30-meter bounty with Tushita. It is just too broken, and I totally recommend using this for PvP and farming. Well, most of the players who have this sword is already a maximum. Still, if you want, this sword is also a good option to farm NPC with, but due to its slings it's not really good. But yes, it's fine. Some people might not agree on this, but Pole V2 is really good. It is said that Pole V2 is not good after its nerf, but I do not agree with that it is really good yet after the nerf. The combos with this sword is just insane, and using it with support is also really good. Right now people use Pole V2 with Acid and Rifle, which is really good. You might have seen it yourself. There are a lot of good one-shot combos with Pole V2. It is perfect for grinding as well. You should use this sword as main though. Using it with Dark Step is one-shot combo, so why not give it a try? It is also Ken Breaker, so yes, you should use it. It has crazy damage, decent hitbox and deadly combos. Shizu is till today a god / S tier sword. According to others it might be at S tier or below, but why? This sword is just so good and fits in with almost every PvP build. For sword main, gun main, fruit main, just everything. Best build goes with Kabucha gun, sword main. You should follow it with that. It is really good for bounty hunting and PvP. You can use any support fruits with it. In fact, you can even use chop with it, lol. Since when the player is trapped in your Kabucha thing it will just bully them if you don't miss anything. The sword has decent damage and good combo potential, not recommended for farming as well. Dark Blade is a good sword because you can do clean combos with it. This Tierlist are rated by both PvP and grinding. Due to that, Dark Blade is really good for farming. Don't get me wrong, Dark Blade also have good features in PvP. The damage is quite high as well. You can make great combos with it. Many people do not have this sword since it costs $1,200. If you want this sword so bad, every end of the month I give away this sword in my Discord server. Join link in description. I will start giving away from this month. Anyways, this sword has good combo potential. The sword has insane damage, and I recommend it for both PvP and grinding. Dark Blade has huge hitbox, so you won't miss your skills easily. It is really good for bounty hunting. Dark Blade is known as one of the best swords for air fight and to kill runners. Using it with Dark Fruit is the best.